The Adventures of Prince Edmund. Chapter 6. The Friendly Dwarfs. Dastius and Edmund began their long journey once more, being more cautious about the elves coming out of the rocks. They walked for a very long time before they stopped to rest. Boy, this seems to be more tiresome than coming over the other way to get to the king's castle. It didn't seem to take me this long to cross.
That's because you were going downhill instead of uphill. We will be going downhill pretty soon now, although we must make it to the dwarfs' land before it gets dark.
They started walking again, but this time it seemed to only be moments before they were at the top and starting down the bottom of the mountains. Soon they stopped to get something to eat, for they were both famished. They had found some trees that had ripe fruit on them on the way up, so they took out the fruit and began to eat. "How much farther is it till we get to where the dwarfs can help us to get an army together so that we can go in and conquer the witch and get back the kingdom to its rightful rulers?" "I'm not sure. The dwarfs are good people, but to get a good army together, it may be difficult to get them willing to fight, for they would probably want a good sum of gold or silver to get them motivated." "Well, that'll be no problem. I can get the amulet to grant them as much gold as it would take to get them to fight."
"Well then, we have no problems at all," said Dastius.
"As soon as we get there, I will go and tell the head of our people that there is someone here to save Xavria from the witch who has taken over, and he has gold and silver to pay you for helping him fight." With that, they started on their way to the middle of the dwarf land, where they would probably be able to get a good army. As they walked along, they began to see the change from the rugged countryside of Mount Drudgery to the beautiful sight of the dwarf land. There were beautiful orchards and farms, and as they went on, they passed a small brook with fish jumping gleefully down the stream. "Let us catch some fish for eating on our way to the center of town to get an army," said Edmund. For Edmund liked fish a lot, and would very much like to have some to fillet on their journey. "Yes, that would be great. I like fish too," said Dastius. "But what will we catch them with?" With that, Edmund asked for 2 fishing poles from the amulet, so that they would catch some fish to eat. And with the wish made, 2 fishing poles appeared, and they began to fish using the worms they had found in the soil. After a long time of fishing, and only catching 3 fish, they ate 1½ fish each, and decided to go on with their journey, so they would be able to make it before the sun would go down that day. Although they had planned to spend the night in town, their plans changed when the sun went down and there was only a glimmer of the city's lights in the far-off distance. They kept on walking, and finally found a last-stop hotel for those going to the city, but did not want to travel by night. So they went in and went to the clerk's desk and rang the bell for service.
"May I help you?" came the reply of an old dwarf that was crumpled over with age.
"Yes, we're looking for a place to stay the night."
"Well, you've come to the right place. We've got plenty of rooms. Not too many people been coming to town lately. By the way, who's your friend? Not from around here, is he?"
"Oh, he's a friend of the Princess of Xavria. He's here visiting some friends. Well, which rooms do you want us to have?"
"You may have room 12A and 13A, if you don't mind."
"Okay, we'll take them. Thank you very much," said Dastius. On the way up the stairs, Edmund whispered, "Why did you lie to that guy? You know why I'm here." "Yes, I know, but the old codger's a real gossiping kind of guy. If we told him the real reason, the whole town would know about this before we even got there ourselves." "Oh." With that, they went into their rooms and went to sleep for the night. In the morning, they went on their journey to the city. On the way, they passed many cottages of the dwarves and many farms where they were raising strange-looking crops. "What are those farmers raising?" asked Edmund. "They're raising carrots and corn," replied Dastius. "Oh, well, where I come from, carrots are orange, not red." and the cornstalks are green, not brown with green insides." Edmund said this with a bit of astonishment in his voice. On they walked until they came upon the town. Edmund felt as if he was a giant compared to all the small people. They kept on walking until they got to the city hall. They went on in, and straight to the top dwarf. "What may I do for you, gentlemen?" said the dwarf with a stern voice. "My friend is here on a very important mission of war, and needs your help to—" "I see," the dwarf interrupted. "Can your friend not talk?" "Yes, I can. Princess Andrea has asked me if I might come and save your land, for it has been taken over by an evil witch. I must get a good army together to fight the witch and save Xavier from her." "Well, why didn't you say so in the first place? The princess is a good friend of mine, and I would be glad to assist you with your war possibilities." That came out completely wrong. "Well, why didn't you say so in the first place? The princess is a good friend of mine, and I would be glad to assist you in any way possible." With that, he clapped his hands twice. "Yes, sir. What do you want?" came a voice from behind them. "Get me the biggest, bravest warriors in the land. We have a battle to fight." With the command given, the young dwarf hurried off. "We will be ready and waiting to fight at your command tomorrow at dawn." Edmund and Dastius thanked the dwarf and left. "There, now that wasn't so hard," said Dastius. "Yeah, I know," said Edmund. The end for chapter 6. Because it's been so bad of me to complete, I'm going to go ahead and record a couple more chapters, hopefully. Might even finish the story, although I do have a lot of pages to read. But I hope you enjoyed chapter 6, and I hope you enjoy the story. And until chapter 7 and 8, farewell. Bye.